welcome back to our channel. This is your girl, Nichole.
And this is your girl, Simone. Hey, guys.
Yes, welcome back. So we are co-founders of GEMS. And if you're new to our channel or returning, we want to say welcome back. Before we get into this video, please do us a favor. Please follow, like, and subscribe to our channel. Turn on the notification bell so you can get updates when a video is posted. And we post videos every Saturday, so look out for our videos on Saturdays. Today's topic is on short-term goals versus long-term goals. A goal for our organization, and because we're a faith-based nonprofit organization, our goal is to give you the tools and techniques so you can learn how to fish. And we are going to start with a scripture, and this scripture kind of sets the platform for what we're going to talk about in this video. So today's scripture is taken from Hebrews 12, verse 11, and it reads, and I'm reading from the NIV version. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. I don't have to explain this Bible verse for you, but meditate on this verse if you feel like you don't have that motivation or you feel like you're not being disciplined. It's saying no discipline seems pleasant. It's not pleasant to get up every morning and do things over and over and try to be disciplined. It's not pleasant. It's painful. But later on, it produces something. It produces a harvest that you're going to really, really enjoy. So again, this is our Bible verse that's going to take us through the rest of this.
Thank you, Nichole. And this ties again into our topic today, short-term goals versus long-term goals. Have you ever wondered why you're not achieving your goals? I wonder why. Well, you know, it could be that you don't have a strategic plan. You can't accomplish something unless you have a plan in place. But it could be that you don't know how to write your goals. So guess what? We already have a video called How to Write Smart Goals, and please check out our video on that. So today, again, we're going to talk about short-term and long-term goals. And here is what a short-term goal is. A short-term goal, it could be from about a couple months to maybe 2 to 3 years, versus a long-term goal, which could be like 5, 10, 20 years, 30 years, or even for a longer period. Short-term goals, they are stepping stones, baby steps, stepping stones to the larger goals. Or the long-term goals are the bigger goals, and they require greater commitment. As the scripture said, discipline, discipline, discipline. So long-term goals, they require discipline.
Yeah, that's so true. So some other examples of a short-term goals, they are like buying a car with cash, reading 12 books in 12 months. That short-term goal, straight to the point, you know what you need to do. Another short-term goal is exercising 3 to 4 times per week. Completing a certification. So that's a short-term. Certifications usually are for a few months or up to a year. So that's a short-term goal. And I mean certification, like, for example, you can give me one, Simone, in your role, like in IT. It could be
PMP.
Okay, something like that. So those are short-term goals. Then another short-term goal example is paying off debt. So paying off a credit card that you probably owe $500 on. So that's a short-term goal to pay off that debt. Or saving for a vacation. That's a short-term goal. So here are some examples for a long-term goal. Buying a house. That's a long-term goal. Or it could be paying off for your house. So you're in a 15-year mortgage, or some of us are in 30-year mortgage. That's a long-term goal for paying it off, and you want to pay it off early. All right. Another long-term example for long-term goal is becoming a working professional, such as a nurse, a doctor, teacher, scientist, whatever that working professional is, or becoming a minister of the gospel of Christ. That's a long-term goal, because you're going to have to take steps to that professional goal. So that's a long-term goal. So one of the things is that you can work simultaneously on your short-term goal and your long-term goals. You can do them at the same time. Again, the short-term goal is a stepping stone on how to get to the long-term goals. Or in some cases, you need to work on the short-term goal first before you can get to the long-term goals. So for example, in order for you to become a doctor, you have to do some prerequisites for the short-term goals. Your short-term goals could be, I need to get the degree in biology first before I can get the med degree, right? So the short-term goals, again, is that prerequisite. And you have to get the exams done, or in order to you to get into med school. That's a short-term goal, that you're focusing on that goal before you can get to that long-term goal of becoming a medical student. So again, just remember the differences between short-term goals. That one, it's shorter, and then two, the long-term goals. It could be the short-term goals are stepping stone to the long-term goals. A lot of goals, a lot of short, a lot of long terms. Anyways, side notes, if you want to break down your short-term and long-term goals into categories, such as health and wellness, education, spiritual, career, finances, you could do that, or just everything in one. I'm gonna use a prop today, Simone. That's how I have my goals broken down. And I have them broken down like that too. And they're in short-term and long-term goals. So I do have mine broken down in spiritual goals, that's one. Then I have financial, family goals, physical goals, financial goals, intellectual goals, and then career goals. And they're all broken down into these categories. And within these categories, you have the short-term one. I'm gonna read one right now just for an example again. So this is real life example. Career goals, get promoted to manager level 5-3. That's the highest level manager at where I work. And that's a long-term goal for me. I am almost there. I'm a manager level 5-2. So I had to do some stepping stones and some short-term goals to get to this long-term goal. So again, that's an example of short-term versus long-term and putting them into different categories.
Great example, Nikki. And you see, we're not making these things up. We're actually doing these things and relaying this to you and say, hey, if we did it, you can, or if we do it, you can do it too. You can do it too. You can do it too.
True.
But anyways, make sure that you're writing down your goals, just like that was very good example, Nikki. Make sure that you're writing down your goals. We can't stress that enough. Don't have it floating around in your head somewhere. We're already overwhelmed by life. Write it down, for crying out loud. Statistics says that you are 42% more likely to accomplish your goals if you have them written down. Did you hear the stats on that? 42% more likely to accomplish something because it's written down. Not if it's floating around in your head somewhere. So guess what? Write it down. Write it down. Even if you write crappy, write it down anyways. It's your handwriting. We're not going to be reading it. So don't forget to keep track of your goals and tick them off. Maybe for motivation, you may tick it off. You may highlight it. I know Nikki do fancy stuff, graphs and the whole 9 yards. I see her when she opened her book a while ago. You see, even though she mentioned the categories, there were pictures. I'm like looking over, I'm like, yeah, I see some pictures there.
Yes, there are pictures there.
Yeah.
There are pictures.
See, there you go. And so for this, it could be, and I think this is like your vision board too, right, Nikki?
Yes, it is.
In a book format. Yeah. We'll talk about vision board in another video somewhere, but this is her vision board for her short-term and her long-term goals. So whatever way you want to, what you call it now, celebrate these accomplishments, you can tick them off, you can highlight them, highlight the milestones or whatever you do to celebrate those wins. And when you are discouraged and you feel like you're not accomplishing anything, and you feel like this doesn't make sense, go back to those goals and look on what you have already accomplished. All right? So don't forget that.
Exactly. So it is important that you have a plan so you'll know where you're going and how you're going to get there and which route you're going to take. Yes, with anything else, you will face challenges, but it will be up to you to have your mind made up that you are not going to quit. You are not going to give up. You are going to stay the path. And even though you're going to experience turbulence, because you will, like 2020 is a turbulence. I don't know what's going on with 2020. It's a typhoon, a hurricane category 5. That some of these goals are like, wow. But do not give up. Keep the path. Keep going. But when you reach your destination, because when you reach your destination, oh boy, it's indeed a great feeling to know that you have accomplished your goals and you have overcome the challenges, right? And that after that, you'll move on to the next big challenge. So after you accomplish some of these goals, you'll move on to the next one. Your biggest enemy is yourself. And I'm talking to myself. I have so many goals in this book. My vision. And there's another thing I wanted to put in there to Simone is that, it's one thing to write it down. And that's why I have multiple places where I have my goals. I have it in a book here, so I could pull it real quickly and look at it. I have it in my bathroom. I do have my mini vision board in my bathroom because you got to go to the bathroom every day. So you will see the goals
all the time.
The bathroom, yes. And it reminds you of what you need to do. So don't give up. Your biggest enemy is yourself, not your haters, not your frenemies. That's Simone's favorite line. Not your haters, not your frenemies, or people that say you cannot do it. No, baby, it's you. Right? So make strategic goals so you can accomplish your dreams. A goal without a plan is a dream. If you just write down these things and don't have a plan, this is just going to be a dream book. And we don't want dream books. We want to get those goals. So do those short-term and long-term goals.
No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. You heard the word, so you'll be held accountable for it. All right. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. It has been real, for real, for real. And we want to hear from you. So please comment below. Please come back and check out our channel. Please like, subscribe, follow us. Don't stalk us, but yeah, please do follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We are there. So please come again. Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.